Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today let's predict Tesla stock. I am a swing investor, and I will not consider the price changes of a stock 1 month later. This channel only makes short-term price predictions for stocks, usually 1 week to 3 weeks. Welcome to subscribe to this channel. Tesla stock fell further on Friday, but technically, the stock is still in a high consolidation trend. The trading volume of the stock on Friday was significantly enlarged, which shows that a large amount of funds seem to have flowed out of the market on that day due to panic selling of profit-making capital. But this does not mean that the stock price will start to enter a downward trend here. The stock has a large fan base and a large amount of long capital has not yet exited the market, so it is not easy for the shorts to significantly lower the stock price, but there seems to be a certain risk in going long on the stock here. Through the 30-minute chart of the stock, we can see that the stock price has always fluctuated within a range from May 14th to 23rd. The trading volume occasionally enlarged during this period, and a large amount of funds should have flowed out of the market here. Although this did not lead to a sharp drop in the stock price, the signal of capital selling is very obvious. It is worth noting that this is not a sell-off of locked-in capital, but a sell-off of profitable capital. After another wave of sell-offs on May 30th, the stock price returned to the previous consolidation area, which means that the stock continues to face correction pressure in the near future. Although the stock price has not fallen significantly, the willingness of bulls to push up the stock price has declined, and the bullish sentiment in the market seems to have declined. Obviously, $330 will be the next key support position for the stock. Falling below this price does not mean that the stock will enter a downward trend, but it will make the bulls very passive. If the bulls try to push the stock price to rebound again, it will face greater resistance. Through the position distribution of the stock, we can see that. In the past 2 weeks, the stock's position volume has increased significantly in the $331.10 to $367.70 area, and a large amount of funds should have exited the market here. Although the current price of the stock is still in the middle of this area, it still sends a negative signal. If the market sell-off is severe, the stock price may easily fall below this area. Of course, at least one more trading day is needed to make a clearer judgment, because the stock is currently in the $306.90 to $368.70 area, and there are still a lot of positions distributed in the area below $306.90, which means that the stock price may rebound again after a limited decline. But as mentioned earlier, even if the stock price rebounds, its rebound space does not seem to be large. If the remaining profitable capital also chooses to sell, the stock price may fall further. Of course, we have to look at the situation off-site, including tariffs and the company's autonomous driving business. First of all, tariffs. U.S. President Donald Trump said on Friday that he would double the steel tariff from 25% to 50%. This has once again strained relations between the United States and the European Union. This also adds new uncertainty to the trade negotiations between the United States and the European Union. In addition, the United States and China reached a preliminary trade agreement last month, and Trump said in a Truth Social post on Friday that China violated the agreement. China accused Washington of failing to fulfill the agreement, which shows that the negotiations between the world's 2 largest economies are deteriorating. Kevin Hassett, director of the National Economic Council, said on Sunday that President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping could talk about trade as early as this week. The United States and China have irreconcilable contradictions, which involve national security, ideology, and geopolitics, so it may be more difficult for the 2 sides to reach an agreement than to end the war between Russia and Ukraine. The impact on the stock market is also long-term. Tesla plans to launch its new robot taxi service in Austin, Texas on June 12th, about 8 months after Musk first unveiled the company's fully autonomous Cybercab and Robovan prototypes. The launch can be said to be the most eye-catching test of Tesla's fully autonomous driving software to date. The company's stock price may also fluctuate significantly as a result, but whether it can start a new round of growth wave needs further observation. In the past 3 months, 38 Wall Street analysts have rated Tesla shares. The stock currently has a comprehensive rating of hold, but the buy rating accounts for only 44.7%. This reflects Wall Street's cautious attitude towards the stock. The average price target for Tesla stock given by these analysts is $297, with a high price target of $500 and a low price target of $115. The average price target is much lower than the current stock price. Let's go back to the daily chart of the stock. Tesla's first quarter car sales fell 13% year-on-year, and operating profit was $399 million, a 66% drop. But after the first quarter results were released, its stock price continued to rise, probably because the stock price had fallen too much before. However, Tesla's current stock price is about 180 times its expected earnings in 2025, higher than 90 times before the first quarter earnings report was released. This means that the stock is currently trading at a premium. In the absence of major positive news, it is very reasonable for some capital to exit with profits, but this may drag the stock price into a sharp decline or a sharp correction trend. I am currently bearish on the stock. I think there is a certain risk in going long on the stock above $330. Although the stock bulls may continue to struggle and may drive the stock price to rebound again, the rebound may not be sustainable. Because the signal of capital selling is very obvious, even if the stock price rebounds, it is expected to be difficult to break through the $367 level. The stock could then fall further, and I think this sell-off could lead the stock price down to the $306 to $331 area. Okay guys, that's my price prediction for Tesla stock. Thanks for watching. If you agree with my analysis, please share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.